Imagine a little boy in England. His helmet is almost bigger than his head. His cart looks huge under the gray British sky. His hands are small on the steering wheel, but his focus is already serious. When it rains, he doesn't stop. Cold, wind, wet asphalt. He stays on track and keeps pushing lap after lap. Sometimes he wins. Sometimes he spins, crashes, or finishes far behind. But every race teaches him something. Every mistake becomes a lesson. That boy's name is Lando Norris. And one day, that kid from Bristol will become a Formula One world champion. He will fight against legends like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. He will win in iconic places like Monaco, in front of the whole world. He will suffer heartbreaks, near misses, and races where victory escapes in the rain. But he will keep working, keep learning, and keep smiling under pressure. Until one night in Abu Dhabi, in 2025, he finally does it. He crosses the line. He becomes world champion with McLaren. The boy in the small cart has reached the top of the world. But this is not just a story about trophies. This is a story about patience, resilience, and believing in yourself even when people doubt you. In this video, you will practice your English listening through the real life of Lando Norris. We will go from his first days in karting to the night he became Formula One world champion in Abu Dhabi. You will learn new English words and expressions. But more important, you will learn what it really means to trust the process and never give up. So, are you ready? Let's start the story of Lando Norris. Lando Norris was born on November 13, 1999, in Bristol, England. His dad, Adam, was a successful businessman, and his mum, Siska, came from Belgium. He grew up in Glastonbury with his brother Oliver and his two younger sisters. From the outside, his life looked comfortable. But very early, almost everything in his world started to revolve around speed. As a child, he tried horse riding, quad bikes, and motorbikes. Then one day, his father took him to watch a national karting race in Britain. The noise, the smell, the colors, and the speed completely captured him. Soon after, he climbed into a kart himself. He was only 7 years old. Very quickly, people at the track noticed something different. This small boy was not just fast. He was precise, calm, and intelligent behind the wheel. He started to win races and poles in national events almost immediately. School became something he fitted around racing, not the other way around. He left regular school without taking his GCSE exams and studied maths and physics with a private tutor while traveling to circuits. Karting took him all over Europe. In 2013, he won the European KF Junior Championship and other major titles in the junior category. In 2014, he became the youngest world champion in the KF class, beating drivers older and more experienced than him. By his mid-teens, Lando was already one of the biggest names in karting. The next step was cars. In 2014, he moved into the Ginetta Junior Championship in Britain and finished near the top in his first season. In 2015, he raced in MSA Formula, a single-seater series, and won the championship at his first attempt. In 2016, he did something extraordinary. He won the Toyota Racing Series in New Zealand. He also won the Formula Renault Euro Cup and Formula Renault NEC in the same year. 3 different series, 3 titles, 3 different continents. That year, he also received the prestigious Autosport BRDC Award, a prize given to the best young British talent. In 2017, he stepped up to the FIA Formula 3 European Championship. Once again, he adapted quickly and took the title, confirming that he was not just fast, but complete. In 2018, he raced in Formula 2 with Carlin. He fought for the championship until the end and finished runner-up to George Russell. By then, Formula One teams were watching very closely. McLaren signed him to their young driver program and gave him tests in their F1 car. In 2019, at only 19 years old, Lando Norris became a Formula One race driver with McLaren. He was the youngest British driver ever to start a Grand Prix. The car was not the fastest on the grid, but he immediately showed his potential. He scored points, beat more experienced drivers in qualifying, and became a fan favorite for his talent and personality. In 2020, he took his first Formula One podium at the Austrian Grand Prix. On the final lap, he set the fastest time of the race to finish just close enough to penalize Lewis Hamilton and grab third place. It was a sign of his racecraft under pressure. Over the next seasons, Lando collected more podiums and points. He became known for his speed over one lap, his consistency in races, and his honest, emotional radio messages. But one of the key moments of his story came in 2021 at the Russian Grand Prix in Sochi. That weekend, he took his first pole position in Formula One. In the race, he led calmly and controlled the pace. Then, with only a few laps left, rain started to fall. Other drivers decided to change to intermediate tires. Lando stayed out on slick tires, trying to finish the race and win in the dry. The rain became heavier, the track turned into ice, and his car slid off the road. He lost the victory and finished far from the podium. On the radio after the race, his voice was broken. He knew he had been just a few laps away from his first win. The whole world saw a young driver dealing with a very public heartbreak. That day hurt, but it also taught him a lesson about risk, decision-making, and leadership. In the following seasons, McLaren went through ups and downs. Sometimes the car was strong and he fought for podiums. Sometimes it was only good enough for the middle of the grid. Through all of this, Lando kept working, improving, and growing up under the spotlight. He also spoke openly about the mental pressure of the sport and the importance of asking for help when you need it. Then came 2024. In Miami, after years of waiting, he finally became a Formula One race winner. A well-timed safety car and a long first stint put him in the lead ahead of Max Verstappen. From there, he controlled the race and crossed the line to take his first Grand Prix victory. For him, Miami was more than just a win. It was the moment when he buried the memories of Sochi 2021 and proved that he could finish the job at the front. He went on to win more races and helped McLaren fight at the top again. By 2025, McLaren had become one of the strongest teams on the grid. Lando and his teammate Oscar Piastri were both in the fight for the World Championship, together with Max Verstappen. The season was intense. There were big wins, like his victory in Austria where he cut Piastri's lead. There were also setbacks, including a painful disqualification weekend in Las Vegas that cost him many points. At times, Piastri led the standings. Later, Verstappen started a late charge with a series of wins. But Lando stayed in the fight with a mix of strong results and calm under pressure. He arrived at the final race in Abu Dhabi with a small points advantage. To become world champion, he did not need to win the race. He just needed to finish on the podium. In qualifying, he put his McLaren on the front row next to Verstappen. At the start of the Grand Prix, Verstappen kept the lead and Piastri passed Norris. From that moment, it was a race of concentration and control. He had to look after his tires, manage the strategy, and avoid unnecessary risks. At one point, he even had a tense fight and an overtake on Yuki Tsunoda that the stewards investigated. Lap after lap, Verstappen disappeared up the road in first place. But the championship was not about the race win anymore. It was about where Lando finished. When the checkered flag finally came, Verstappen was first, Piastri was second, and Norris was third. Third place was enough. By just 2 points, Lando Norris became the 2025 Formula One World Champion. He also gave McLaren their first driver's title since Lewis Hamilton in 2008 and completed a historic double with the Constructors' Championship. On the radio after the race, his voice was full of emotion. This time, the tears were not from losing a victory. They were from finally reaching the dream that had guided his whole life. So where is Lando Norris now in our story? He is a Formula One World Champion. He is Britain's 11th F1 title winner and the leader of a new McLaren era. He is still only in his mid-20s with many seasons of racing ahead of him. From a small boy in a cart in England to the top of the world in Formula One, his journey is very different from Fernando Alonso's story. But at the core, there is something similar: a child who fell in love with racing, a teenager who sacrificed a normal life to chase speed, a young man who turned painful defeats into motivation, and a driver who never stopped believing that one day he would be world champion. Now that we've reached the end of this incredible story, take a second to think about this. What is the one thing you admire most about Lando Norris? Is it his talent, his courage, his consistency and calm under pressure, or the way he keeps fighting year after year, even when the odds are against him? What about you? In your own life, where do you need a little bit of that never give up attitude? Maybe in your studies, maybe in your job, maybe in a personal dream that you don't want to abandon. Choose one area of your life and ask yourself, if Lando were in my place, would he stop here or would he keep pushing? If you enjoyed this story in English, click like and subscribe to the channel. Write a comment in English telling me what you learned from Lando Norris's journey. And of course, share this video with someone who loves Formula One or who needs a little bit of inspiration today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next story.